people think about the UK steel industry, it's very easy to think of blast furnaces and arc furnaces and rolling mills. People less often think about the products that are made from steel, which are common in everyday life, and it's for everything from your cans in your kitchen to the cars on the road to the buildings you see around you in homes and houses and in industry. A lot of the steel we make in Tata Steel UK is flat products, and when that goes into construction, the sort of things that people would usually think about would be the cladding for big buildings, industrial sheds, IKEA buildings. What people think about less is the potential use of those products on domestic housing. And so today we've come to an unbelievable example of how that is starting to happen here in the UK. I'm joined by the house owner here down in beautiful West Wales, and we've picked an amazing day for it. Geraint Phillips. We're standing in front of the most amazing house, which is your house. Thanks very much for welcoming us here. Tell us what we're looking at just behind us here.
So first of all, we renovated a cottage here 3 years ago. In doing that renovation, we were looking to deploy PV solar solutions that would really help us with the energy usage in the property and the efficiency. So what we have here is a standing seam PV system supplied by Catnic, which really supports that intention to get as much solar energy creation in what is a beautiful part of the country.
Yes, it is. And as you say, it's the Catnic SolarSeam system, which we are about to be formally launching this year. And so you're a bit of a technology leader here. Tell me the reason why you've chosen this product and a PV product for your own personal house.
Well, so first of all, we're in the Pembrokeshire National Park here. We're also a few yards away from the Wales coastal path. So the planning restrictions on a property like this are pretty substantial. Yeah. So we have to look for solutions that really fit with the built environment around Pembrokeshire. So slate is a common material used in roofing. Also, there are a lot of agricultural buildings around here, so a sheet metal type product really fits in with that aesthetic. So, and being that we wanted to apply solar solutions into this property, we looked for solutions that really fit those two materials, either steel or slate.
Yeah, you had an interesting challenge, didn't you? Because I guess you were balancing aesthetics with cost, with environmental responsibility and a bit of self-sufficiency because of your location here. That's quite a challenge.
Yeah, it was, but I think we found the right partners in order to develop that solution. And since we've run both the extension and that we've been running the electricity statistics since we've had the building, we've found that it's been a really great solution.
Yeah, and I opened by saying that it's quite unusual to see steel on domestic properties. Can you see that growing as we go forward?
I think certainly in this part of the world it's very acceptable because it fits with typical aesthetics of the agricultural buildings that we see all around us here. Yeah. I would see that for either new builds or for extensions, that steel is a perfect material for those kinds of projects.
So the other thing, Geraint, that occurs to me, here in this beautiful location, it's quite exposed, mind you, right on the coast, so you'll have the sea breezes coming in, and I'm guessing, beautiful day though it is today, in the winter, it gets a bit more aggressive from a weather perspective. Was that one of the considerations when you were choosing this product solution?
Yeah, absolutely, Tim. I mean, it's a beautiful day today, but, it has been known to rain in Wales. Yeah. It has been known to have strong winds. And so having a solution which was robust to deal with that kind of changing weather conditions was really important to us. And we've seen great results with this roof ever since we installed it.
Yeah, and of course the product comes with guarantees, doesn't it? And the steel underneath it and the coating must give you some confidence.
Yeah, and this roof has been in place for more than 2 years, and you can look at it and you can see there are 0 faults on the roof. And we're just really pleased with it.
And in the summer, it's generating so much electricity through your batteries, which you showed us earlier, such that you can actually feed back into the grid. That's right?
Yeah, we're actually feeding way more energy back into the grid than we're consuming. In fact, Just last week, I think we generated something like 100 kilowatts more than we used.
Wow.
And even with the tariff, we're making money on that. So actually, the roof is cost positive from an electricity standpoint for us.
Yeah, and I know earlier you also mentioned you've got a couple of electric cars. You're effectively plugging those cars into your roof, are you?
Yes, that's correct. Yes. So yeah, we have a PV system, a battery system, and then a charger. Even with the two electric cars running and charging, we're still energy positive with this roof.
Yeah, super. Thanks, Geraint. Now I'm just going to turn to Bridie Connolly. Bridie, you're from Catnic, so this is your product within the Tata Steel group. Now, some people might be quite used to seeing the steel underneath this, which was the Catnic Urban product, but combined with the photovoltaics, this is a new thing for relatively new thing for Catnic, and you're having a big launch of it this year.
We are indeed, yes. So we've recently decided to combine our standing seam profile with a flexible bonded solar laminate, which essentially creates Catnic SolarSeam. So as you can see here, the product is a lot more aesthetically pleasing than your traditional PV, which I think is a really driving factor for SolarSeam. So yeah, next month we're going to go into a big old song and dance about it, Tim.
Yeah, quite right too, and because it's a fantastic product, and I understand you're having some changes to the manufacturing of that product. It's a sort of joint venture almost, isn't it, with the PV producers, but you're moving some of that manufacturing capability to where you make the standing seam.
We are, yes. So traditionally we have always made our standing seam panels in Shotton, so in one of Tata Steel's sites up there. But going forward, we're also going to be bonding the PV panels up there, which is a really exciting move for us as a company. So it means that this solution is going to be manufactured, bonded and sent out all from our site in Shotton.
Yeah, now Geraint was telling us earlier about since he's been using this solution, he's been able to be, cost neutral, even send some back to the grid. It does occur to one that, more people might be interested if they see it, maybe a higher cost up front, but if there's a return on investment, it's an attractive proposition, but also potentially for social housing. Is that a market you can see?
Absolutely. So we've actually secured a contract with Coastal, or Pemberton, the project is called. So there's going to be 70 social houses, or social housing houses, being built with SolarSeam on. And I think once this is completed, that is just the first step on that ladder, and hopefully we'll see it soar from there.
Yeah, super. Thanks very much, Bridie, and thanks very much, Geraint, for inviting us down. We're super grateful, and it's amazing to come and see Catnic SolarSeam in the flesh, hopefully the first of many, and we look forward to the launch in London. And there we are. Steel is not just about innovations in terms of how steel is made, whether it's blast furnace or electric arc furnace. It's not about just the innovations in rolling technologies and coating technology. The innovation goes all the way down to the final products that you see on your houses and all around you in daily life. So listen, thanks again for welcoming us down, Geraint. Fantastic to see your house, and Bridie, thanks for joining us here and talking about Catnic SolarSeam, and we look forward to the launch in London.
Yeah, thanks, Tim.
Thank you very much. Thank you.